If you hate Jesus, then just keep scrolling. But if you love Jesus, then stick around and watch until the end. God is saying to you today, this morning, I want to congratulate you on your brand new morning of victory, abundance, and overflow. There is a cloud right above you that is heavy with blessings, and it'll soon pour out over your life. Lean in close to Jesus and discern the attacks as they might be heavy. But don't you dare forget that the attacks are great confirmation that you are entering into new territory. You are about to occupy the promises of God in your life. You think God had you wait for nothing? You think this pain was for nothing? You think these attacks are coincidence? No. Every time I pray, I can feel it all shifting, and I am just waiting for more and more praise reports to come forth. It's time. Hold on to the Father's hand and trust it. All you need to do is have faith. You're about to see things that will blow your mind. And don't forget to message me when it happens. Confusion is leaving. The attacks are fading. The trials are ending. Your natural eyes are about to see why the fight was so long and hard, and it'll be worth it when you see what's on the other side. To the weary soul, there is a cloud of victory beyond the confusion. I see that many of you are in a now season. Some of you sense it. You know it, but what you're seeing doesn't add up with what your spirit is telling you. God is saying, this is a now, suddenly season. I also feel that some of you have been waiting a long time, years and years for a promise, some even a decade or more, and God is saying, it couldn't happen then, because it was meant to happen now. Some of you have been pressing, praying, and fasting with no results, but it wasn't the time for it to manifest yet, but the time is now. You can donate us super thanks to support our channel. Things are going to start falling into place now. Everything will come together all at once, one thing after another, and this time God will be the one to go before you. It's not the time to fight or to drain yourself trying to make it happen. It's time to rest in Him. He will deliver. Some of you are so busy going by what you see that you forget what your spirit is saying. I don't care what it looks like or the giants that are in front of you. This is a now season, and suddenly things are going to start falling into place. There is a cloud of victory that is already upon you. You might see what looks like defeat and hopelessness, but it's about to turn around suddenly. Somebody is about to come into your life and show you why it never worked out with anyone else. You'll finally know why you had to endure so much pain, and you'll thank God that it went His way. Transparent moment. I remember when I wanted the promise. I thought I was ready. My heart was broken, and I thought that receiving the promise would bandage the wounds and heal the pain. I rushed and tried to do everything in my power to make it happen, but I was only delaying the process. Looking back, I realized that I wasn't near ready, and I learned that healing is even more important than receiving the promise. Looking back, I realized that without healing, the promise would have been ruined. Trust me when I say that God's timing is always best. I know you want it now, but God's timing is always greater. He knows what He's doing. May you have no more confusion, no more dead ends, no more counterfeits. I pray this is the season God introduces you to the person you've prayed for your very desire. It might be uncomfortable, but change never feels comfortable. It's a process, and it's confusing and sometimes painful, but necessary. This is necessary for your growth. This is necessary for the wonderful things God has aligned for you. It's all a part of the process, and you'll soon see why you went through all you had to. God's preparing you for something remarkable. Trust the process and let it mold you. Grow through it. It's necessary. You don't have to manipulate the process. God is sending your spouse, someone to pray with you for all of your days, someone to love you the way you've always desired, someone that matches your prayer life, someone that matches your true heart's desires. You see, God placed those desires inside of you. Don't you think He knows how to fulfill them? Let go and let God. You will soon encounter a love that only God can take credit for. Everyone will look and know that your marriage is favored and orchestrated by the author of love Himself. It's okay to be sad. Deciding not to settle in a world that does isn't always easy. But don't put life on pause until love finds you. Wake up every day and chase your dreams. Open your eyes and find new adventures. Smile often, laugh contagiously, love unconditionally, and keep the hope and faith that your time is near. Love will find you amongst your adventures. Type yes if you're grateful. I hope you find someone spiritually ready. I hope you find someone that will do whatever they can to keep you. I hope it all comes together for you in the most beautiful way. Restoration is coming. Everything the enemy took from you will come back, but far greater than before. He's shifting the whole trajectory. He's taking it back. The enemy robbed you, and there is punishment for that. Everything that is yours is coming to you in this season, and you'll know it was God. Your someone will be serious about you. Your someone will love you with pure intentions. Your someone will know how to love you in all of the best ways. Your someone will be your best friend. Your someone will be your lifelong prayer partner. But sometimes extraordinary things take time to prepare. And that is what God is doing in your love life. You weren't born to be loved ordinarily. You were born to be loved extraordinarily. For some of you, waking up is hard. It hurts to look around and wake up to the same problems, the same season. Your prayers feel unanswered, and you don't even have the strength to ask anymore. But child, you don't have to. He heard you, and He's working on it. And I can promise you that one day it will shock you. Everything will change, and you will rejoice in answered prayers. I just woke up to an awakening in my spirit. I asked the Lord, "What is it? What do you want me to hear?" And He said, "Some of you are already on the other side of the battle. You just don't know it. The last quarter of this year is going to blow your mind. As we enter into our 10th month of the year, there is going to be a lot of supernatural activity. Some of you are on the other side of the battle. It has been won. The significance of this season, I can't stress enough. And some don't understand that when we are in a now season, it can happen at any moment, so you need to be ready. I can sense that some of you are very frustrated. You received the now word, but you still haven't seen it. Well, child of God, it has already happened in the Spirit. It is done, sealed, finished. You better start walking like it is done and talking like it any moment now, child. This is a now season. Suddenly it will happen. Your job is not to question, but to surrender. I declare that the last quester of this year is going to blow your mind as you finally see the blessing in the natural, and it will be outstanding. I sense a shock in the spirit. Someone needs to know you're right where you're meant to be. Do not give up right now. You're standing right on the brink of your greatest victory. And I know you've been through a lot. I know it's silent and it hurts, but it's indication that you're standing on the brink. But this time you can't miss it. You don't have to do anything special. The Father says, you only need to believe. You have fought and fought, but now it's time for you to rest. It's time to rest in Him. God will raise up a standard against your enemies this time. God is fighting this battle. In prayer, I had a vision of hundreds of battle angels lined up to defend God's people. I sense a war in the spirit, but it's not your time to fight it. God is fighting your battle, and it has been won. You're on the edge of God's glory. And God is saying, if you go by how it looks, you will be fooled. Go by what I told you. Rest in my promise. It is not what it seems. I have the last say. And I sense a loud cry of victory as many battles are won. Share this video to your friends and family to claim it. Subscribe this channel for more blessing. Type Amen if you agree.